The story of Samson. In the days when Israel had no king and the people often turned away from God, the Israelites once again fell under the oppression of the Philistines. For 40 years they were ruled by their enemies, until God chose to raise up a deliverer. There was a man named Manoah from the tribe of Dan. His wife had no children, for she was barren. But one day the angel of the Lord appeared to her and said, "You will conceive and bear a son. He will begin to deliver Israel from the hand of the Philistines. No razor shall touch his head, for the boy is to be a Nazirite, set apart to God from birth." The woman told her husband what had happened, and Manoah prayed, "Lord, let the man of God come again to teach us how to raise the child." The angel returned and repeated the instructions. She must drink no wine, eat nothing unclean, and the child must never have his hair cut. When Manoah asked his name, the angel replied, "Why do you ask? It is beyond understanding." Then he ascended in the flame of a sacrifice, and Manoah and his wife fell to the ground in awe. In time, the woman bore a son and named him Samson. The boy grew, and the Spirit of the Lord began to stir him. As a young man, Samson desired to marry a Philistine woman from Timnah. Though his parents protested, not knowing it was part of God's plan, they went with him. On the journey, a lion came roaring toward Samson. The Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him, and with his bare hands he tore the lion apart. Later, when he passed by again, he found a swarm of bees and honey in the carcass and took some to eat. At his wedding feast, Samson posed a riddle to the Philistines. Out of the eater, something to eat; out of the strong, something sweet. They could not solve it, but after pressuring his bride, she revealed the answer. Enraged, Samson killed 30 Philistines and stormed away. So began a cycle of conflict between Samson and the Philistines. When they came to seize him, the Spirit of the Lord empowered him to break free from ropes and strike down 1,000 men with the jawbone of a donkey. He judged Israel for 20 years. Yet Samson's weakness was women. He went to Gaza and spent the night with a harlot, and when enemies lay in wait at the gate, he tore the city gates from their posts and carried them to the top of a hill. In time, he fell in love with Delilah in the valley of Sorek. The Philistine rulers promised her silver if she could discover the secret of his strength. 3 times she asked, and 3 times Samson deceived her with false answers. But she pressed him day after day until his soul was vexed to death. Finally, he told her the truth. "No razor has touched my head, for I have been a Nazirite to God from birth. If my head is shaved, my strength will leave me." Delilah lulled him to sleep on her lap, and a man shaved the 7 locks of his hair. When Samson awoke, he thought he would break free as before, but the Lord had left him. The Philistines seized him, gouged out his eyes, and bound him with bronze shackles. They set him to grinding grain in prison, but his hair began to grow again. One day the Philistine rulers gathered to offer a great sacrifice to their god Dagon, saying, "Our God has delivered Samson into our hands." They called for Samson to be brought out to entertain them, and he was placed between the pillars of the temple. Samson prayed, "O Lord God, remember me. Strengthen me just once more, that I may avenge myself on the Philistines for my eyes." He braced himself against the pillars, one with his right hand and the other with his left, and said, "Let me die with the Philistines." With all his might he pushed, and the temple fell upon the rulers and all the people in it. In his death, Samson killed more than he had slain in his life. His family came and buried him in the tomb of Manoah, his father. Thus ended the life of Samson, the man set apart from birth, who was chosen to begin delivering Israel from the hand of the Philistines.